When I was in the service, I enlisted in 1948 to avoid the draft, which a few of my friends did, and well, maybe this is part of the story to get there. But a friend by the name of Herb Johnson thought we ought to do this. So 4 of us went down to enlist, and Herb Johnson failed and stayed home. And we all waved goodbye to him as we went in the service. Well, I went to the Corps of Engineers after basic training, and I ended up in the Philippine Islands. And I was there for over 2 years. In 1951, the Philippine Islands, there's over 7,000 islands in the Philippines. The U.S. Coast and Geodetic Survey had done some surveys, but during the war they found that a lot of them were inaccurate. We were there to resurvey. I was a geodetic computer. There were no real computers in 1951. So that led one thing, and while we were there, out of our base camp in Cavite, which was in Manila Harbor, there was a group of people came into our facility there, and were asking for volunteers to be in a movie. Well, it was nice to get a little time off from whatever your normal procedures are, and you don't enlist to or volunteer too much in the Army, but I thought that would be a good idea. And it turned out that they were making a movie about the guerrillas that when MacArthur left the Philippines, when the Japanese came in, there was a lot of U.S. military people who were left behind. And they joined up with the Filipino guerrillas, and that's how this movie, which was titled American Guerrilla in the Philippines. I volunteered to be the guerrilla, but it didn't work out that way. I volunteered to participate in this. The stars of that movie were Tyrone Power, Linda Christian, and Tommy Ewell. Those names you probably might remember. The younger people don't know those, I don't think, but we spent the whole day there, and I was paid $50, but it was an interesting experience because we saw them shoot the various scenes that they were doing. Several of our people that were in our group, our company, one of them, his name was Bedison. His father was the editor of the Cleveland Journal, and he was actually the fill-in for Tyrone Power on the scenes that were distant. I had a dramatic scene. It wasn't much, but I was there at the end of the film, and I was part of the return to the Philippines of General MacArthur. And the guy that came ashore at that time, they waded in, as you remember, maybe seeing some of those things. And then there was a big parade in a small barrio in the Philippines, and I was part of the group that was holding back the Filipinos and all the people that were there to celebrate that. The guy that played the part looked exactly like the General MacArthur. He had his pipe and he had his crushed hat, and anyway, that's part of my fame, I guess, in the Philippines. I had the opportunity. That movie was shown, and the movie was filmed in the early part of '51. The Korean War was going on, but I was still in the Philippines. It was shown at Jamestown, and my mother and dad got free passes to the Dipson Theater, the Palace Theater, and there was a write-up in the paper and all that sort of things, but it was an interesting experience.
So you'll provide your autograph later on tonight when people ask?
Oh, I might. Later, see, we were surveying, making maps of the Philippines, and I did go to Tokyo later with some, I did all the geodetic, all the calculations, and we were remapping the Philippines, not all of them, but the ones that needed. And I did have an opportunity to not meet General MacArthur, but I did salute him as he came out of the Daiichi building in Tokyo one time. And he looked just like the guy I saw coming ashore in the Philippines, so that was another experience.